The Sim World Racing Network presents the All-American Racing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sim World Racing Network. My name is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Thanks for tuning in to the second greatest event this week, right behind the Solar Eclipse. Race number 11, the Lobsta Claw 240 from the Dover International Speedway. Glad you could find time to schedule us in tonight. We are here from Dover in Delaware for 240 laps on the 1 mile banked concrete oval. And we are excited to have you along. We're looking forward to a great race here tonight. Just finalizing practice here, finishing up on the track as you can see right now. There is Ken Pack in his number 16 machine. Let's see if we can take some shots here. There on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the 20 cars signed in for action tonight from the 1 mile speedway. Cam Harris sits on top of the scoreboard right now with 5 minutes to go in practice. A quick lap of 22.906. Behind him, Dave Lorfano in the 23s with a 23.012. Right behind him, about 12 tenths of a second off is Larry Stubblefield in his number 82 machine. We have Greg Barnett in his 38 holding on to third, and then right now sitting in the 5th position is the 54 of Curtis S. And then Ken Pack right there in 6th. We got Michael Kurds in his number 41 Haas Automation machine there, sitting right now in 7th. Riley Hoots in his number 91 Dr. Pepper Cherry machine, running right now in the 8th spot. Travis Rodriguez, first time winner for the AARL Cup Series, picked up that big win last week at Talladega, driving his number 79 Toyota sponsored machine. And then Larry Garnes rounds out the top 5 in our practice here so far tonight. So like I said, we're at the Dover International Speedway for 240 laps of excitement, 240 miles the distance tonight also, and it'll see 20 cars, 21 cars maybe now. Let's see here. Nope, just 20 cars signed in so far tonight. Looking to take time here and start the season off, or start this race off here. We'll see how it goes. Lots of interesting stories so far. Why don't we take a quick look at how the points shake out after 10 races here for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Larry Stubblefield continues to lead the way by with 460 points over second place. Brendan Mathia in his number 99. Unfortunately, Brendan not able to join us tonight. He will use a provisional for tonight. Behind him in third, Steady Eddie, Dave Hara, been in contention most races this year. Hasn't been able to crack the victory lane circle yet, but still look for him to continue to be competitive here from Dover. And then in fourth, another driver unable to join us tonight will be using a provisional also. That is the 42 of Alan Bledsoe. Michael Kurds in his 41 machine will be 5th in points. And then two-time winner on the year, Dave Lorfano, is running right now in 6th. James Nelson in the AutoServe 75 sits in 7th. Travis Rodriguez, last week's big winner, in his 79 runs 8th. Kenneth Pack is sitting 9th, and Curtis S in his 54 will be yeah, in his number 54 machine, sits in 10th. That's a look at the top 10 points for the 2024 season. As you guys know, sister league with Quick Finishers Race League, and they had their last race last Friday night. Broadcast here on the SimWorld Racing Network live from the Richmond Raceway, and their points looks like this after their event last week. Eric Thornton leads the way with 268 points, but right behind him is Zoltan Nagy with 260. Curtis S. and Ken Pack and James Nelson round out the top 5 with 258, 253, and 251 respectively. Whereas Stubblefield sits in 6th after missing last week's event, taking the provisional. Greg Robinson, Greg Barnett, and Michael Kurz, and then Tommy Osborne round out the top 10 in the Quick Finishers Racing League point standings after their last event from Richmond Raceway last Friday. They will do battle again this coming week. Live on SimWorld Racing Network. 8 o'clock the green qualifying takes place, with green flag coming about 8:05, 8:07 Eastern Standard Time. They will take on Martinsville Speedway and Martinsville, Virginia, so keep an eye on the SimWorld Racing League Facebook page for the broadcast link as we get set for that race this Friday evening. So it looks like these guys are doing some practice start runs here. A little bit of trouble for a few of them with only about 55 seconds left here in practice. We get set for qualifying momentarily from Dover. Again, this is the Lobsta Claw 240. 240 laps and 240 miles will be the distance. Lots of trouble coming off of that turn for a couple of cars there. We will ride on board here, the back of Kenneth Peck as he goes through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. As you can see, a high banked concrete oval. They call it the self-cleaning track because if you get in trouble here and hit one of the inside or outside walls on one of the straightaways, you're either going to go back up the track or back down the track. Just like that. And hopefully you don't get taken out by someone like that. Right on time. We're almost like we were talking about them. But we'll get set to go here. Looks like about 0 seconds left on the practice timer, which means it is time to go qualifying here at the 1 mile speedway. Checkered flag is out on practice. These guys will take the cars back down to pit road, get the buckled in seat belts fastened, steering wheel clicked on, and we will get ready to go here for 2 laps of single car qualifying. We have a great field of cars, like I mentioned. 20 cars here. Some cars are hitting pit road and getting ready for their qualifying laps. We got a few cars headed out on track. First one to head out on track looks like it's going to be the 41 Haas machine of Michael Kurtz. He's out on track. Out there with him is the number 3 of Gregory Robinson, driving the Goats number 3. Backwards number 3 on that side. Curtis S. out there in the 54 Bass Pro Shop machine. Dave Lurfano on track. Ken Pack also on track. Greg Barnett in his Speed Society 38 also out there. We got Mike Boone in the Boone Motorsports number 5. Larry Stubblefield, the Night Owl Sows 82 on the track. So we're going to start to see some qualifying results come in here. Keep an eye across the bottom of the screen. You'll see your favorite driver's results. Oops, sorry about that. Don't need to see that. As Kurtz 23.760, first time by for him. Oh, sorry, 23.474. Lafano jumps to the top of the board with a 23.30. New fast time. Curtis S. jumps to the top of the board right there with that lap. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the running order here as they make their way around. 10 cars have taken time, with the fastest currently on the speedway being that 82 Larry Stubblefield. Kelly Thomas coming around to complete his lap. So 11 cars taking time so far out of the 20 signed in tonight. Cam Harris on track coming around. Oh, he's going to have to lose the first time. That won't count as he got up into the outside fence that time. That'll disallow that lap time. Guys like Chad Snyder on the track. We got the 15 of Dave Hare, the 20 of Larry Garnes just getting on the track, coming up to speed. But here we'll follow Cam Harris back to 3 and 4 as he tries to make a lap count this time. Out of turn number 4. Keeps it off the fence. That should get a time for him as long as he didn't hit the track wall down the other end. He is second quick. Cam Harris with a 23.112. Second quick on the board behind Stubblefield. We'll take a look here. Dave Hare, he's completed his first lap. He sits with no time quite yet. Chad Snyder works his way down the back straightaway for the second time through 3 and 4. For the first time he'll come across, hopefully put a time on the board this time out of turn number 4. No time yet for him. So try again this time out of turn number 4, able to keep it off the fence. That'll lock him in a time. And he'll put him in the 10th position. Larry Garnes out on track completing his second lap with a 24.058. Put him right there in 14th of the cars that have been able to successfully take a lap. Looks like David Hara also took a lap, unable to make timed lap count though, must have got into the wall. Looks like Travis Rodriguez will pull his number 79 Toyota machine off of pit road and attempt to qualify here. 14 cars have completed time officially. 15th car, the number 15, unable to get a lap in. Made some contact with the wall. Doesn't look like Travis is going to be able to get any laps in with only 5 seconds left. That's definitely not enough time to get all the way back around as he's just taking the original green flag. But there it is, the end of qualifying, and tonight's pole sitter will be the number number 82 will be tonight's pole sitter as we get the field all lined up and ready to go on pit road as we are almost set for tonight's racing action. There you can see the field lining up on pit road. All the cars will grid and then we will be set to go for 240 laps here in Dover. As we continue to wait for the final cars to grid, we have about 30 seconds before the field will roll off of pit road. We'll take a look here at how the field will stack up momentarily. But before then, thanks again for joining us. This is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series from Dover, Delaware, live tonight for 240 laps or 240 miles of high-banked concrete track excitement. Looks like most everyone has gridded. We're just missing, I believe, one car yet to grid, the 69 of Johnny May. Not sure if he will be joining us quite yet, but looks like the rest of the field is gridded. The countdown has hit 0, so that means we should see the starting lineup for tonight's race there on the screen. Like I said, on the pole, Larry Stubblefield and Cam Harrison, row 1. Greg Barnett, Riley Hoots will make up row number 2. Dave Lafano and Curtis S. will be in row number 3. Kenneth Pack and Kelly Thomas will go from row number 4. Michael Kurds and Chad Snyder will start in 9th and 10th in row number 5. Gregory Robinson and Tyrone Yo will start in row number 6. Mike Boone and Larry Garns will bring row 7 to the green. Dave Hara, James Nelson will start in row 8. Johnny May and Travis Rodriguez will start in row number 9. And on shotgun on the field, the 2 cars starting in the last row will be the 37 of Charlie Dickey, and Tommy Osborne in the number 1 will bring this field to green from the back. So lots of good names starting towards the back of the one. Guys like James Nelson, Dave Hara, all looking to make their way up to the front here as we get set to go. The field rolls through turn number 3 and 4 through the restart zone, and we are green at Dover. Through turns 1 and 2. So far, so good. They make it out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Tiptoeing, that is. Looks like everyone's able to make it through. No damage quite yet. Back around to 3 and 4 to complete lap number 1. It'll be led by points leader Larry Stubblefield, Cam Harris, Riley Hoots, Greg Barnett, and Dave Lafano, the top 5 hot lap number 1. Their way down across the start finish line. Complete the lap. There you see the car sprung out already, but everyone's still headed in the right direction. Out of turn number 2. Johnny May, late joining the field, is out on the track as he is now going to be put a lap down by the leaders, just trying to stay up out of the way of this one. Be about. Oh, that's a big bump off the wall. Oh, we got trouble. Johnny May and the 54, Curtis S. get together, and then we got more trouble as 2 other cars get together. Tyrone Yo facing the wrong way. He got together there a little later with someone else. Looks like him and Mike Boone got together, but let's take a replay look here at how the accident unfolded for the 54 and the 69. So the 69 bounces off the wall, gets pretty close to the 54, comes back down, and then there's no room between them. They get up into the fence here early on lap number 3 or 4, and then you can see the 2 unfortunately checks up, and he is then hit by the number 5 here and unable to stay out of the way. Just a little bit of contact, not seeing that there was some cars slowed down in front of him. The Boone machine gets into Tyrone and he goes for a spin. Hopefully not too much damage. Know that Tyrone is hurt his thumb earlier today, or one of his fingers, that is. Sorry. He is driving injured. He's going to trooper it out and see if he can make the finish here. But he said that you don't win the Ironman award by missing races and taking provisionals. So Tyrone Yo brings that car to the attention of his pit crew down on pit road as we continue single file under caution with 5 laps complete here from Dover, Delaware. Field rolls down the back straightaway, still under caution. For those watching online, joining in, let us know in the chat who you think is going to pick up the victory tonight. Will we see another new winner on the season, or will we see another repeat winner? So far this year, we've have 6 different winners on the season. Larry Stubblefield, Dave Lorfano, Travis Rodriguez after his big win last week. We have Brennan Mathia, who's been into victory lane, not here with us this week. We have Kelly Thomas picking up a victory. So lots of guys, a good handful, have picked up victories so far here this year. Hopefully we can see a new winner tonight. Guys like Cam Harris, Riley Hoots, Greg Barnett, all have been running up front at different times in different races this season, which hopefully they can catapult that into a victory here later on tonight, or later on tonight, or later in the season. But some good drivers in our field, 20 cars strong tonight, as we are looking to get back under caution here. I think next time by they should get the white flag out of turn number 4, working lap number 7 of 240 from the Dover International Speedway. Once again, watching the SimWorld Racing Network. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday night. Tuesday, April 9th, that is, taking time out of your schedule to join us here as we work our way out of turn number 4. Cars look like they're doubling up, which can only mean that we are coming back to green next time. Out of turn 4, as that's the Geico restart zone right there, but they work their way down the front straightaway. They start to double up as we get set to go back racing here. Couple cars in the back need to get lined up. Looks like the Osborne 1 will go to the outside, and the 15 will jump to the inside below him as they get themselves sorted out a little further back here in the field. There's the 75 auto serve machine of James Nelson. He's looking to make a run up to the front of the field this week. Always seems to be in contention as we get down to the nitty-gritty laps. James Nelson is, and hopefully he can capitalize and pull out a victory here tonight or later this season as we work race number 11 of 26 regular season races before we close the book on chapter 1, the regular season, and look towards the playoffs. Everyone who's won a race so far outside of Kyle Purcell locked in to that first round. Kyle Purcell just doesn't have enough starts to be able to use his win and in victory to count towards getting him into the playoffs. So he'll have to either continue to join us for a few more races till he gets that percentage back up, or he can get his way in on points. But the field will roll into the Geico restart zone. There you see the leader fire. Green flag from starter Barney, and we are back racing from Dover. Down the back straightaway. There we go. Filing out single file. Very tight track on corner exit. A lot of different cars moving around through 3 and 4 there, as you can see. Off the corner, the cars kind of jump up a little bit, and they get a little light, and it keeps it tricky and challenging for these guys who don't want to make it too easy. We work 10 lap number 10 here. It's the 82 able to control that restart and get back to the point. Looks like the 91 of Riley Hoots has made his way into second. He got around Cam Harris. Now the battle is on for second. For third and fourth, Cam Harris under attack from the 8 of Dave Lafano, who has the 38 Speed Society machine of Greg Barnett right on his back door. Cam's able to open up a little bit of a cushion between him and Lafano as they work down the back straightaway. Dave driving the Behind the Dave YouTube machine. That's his gaming channel. If you want to check him out, he should be live right now streaming this race. So check out Behind the Dave on YouTube and get perspective of what it's like for one of these guys competing in the race. Like I mentioned, behind him in the Speed Society 38 running 5th now is the Greg Barnett there. And behind him, Kenneth Pack in his number 16. We got a battle on the track though right there for what looks to be 7th and 8th as Chad Snyder looking to get a position on the 41 Haas machine. Michael Kurtz worked their way through 1 and 2. You can see that middle to top line really coming in nice as the race develops. Hopefully this group will move around a little and give us a couple of action-packed lanes of racing as we work more laps in, more rubber buildup. We can really see the track starting to darken up from its original light concrete. Couple cars, 3 or 4 cars in the wall that time off of turn number 2, but everyone keeps it pointed in the right direction. Back up front, though, continues to be Larry Stubblefield in his Night Owl So's 82, leading the way since the drop of the green. He's been the guy to beat so far this year, and he continues to do that. 3 wins on the year so far for Larry, looking to make it 4 tonight, but Riley Hoots is thinking, no, not so quick, Nathan. Don't put the winner's cap on him quite yet. I got a car that can get me to victory lane. I just got to have a good, clean race and try to get past him, and we can do it. So keep an eye on that 91, the Dr. Pepper Cherry Machine. He's always strong every week out. Had some bad luck in a few races, costing him a couple of decent finishes, but for the most part, able to keep it clean and just trying to see what he can do. Jump on board the QFRL roof cam as we head down the back straightaway at Dover. There you can see the banking as it's on the straightaway, and then as the cars drop into the corner, he's going to go to the low side. Larry working the middle to high groove, now cuts it back down on exit to take the nose. Air off the nose of the 91, as that causes him to get up into the wall a little bit, and we got a pass for second. Cam Harris goes by on the inside. New second place car, the 27 Orion machine, and Cam Harris looks to jump into second as they head down the back straightaway. So that move off of turn 4 there, that saw the 91 get the air taken off his nose by the 82, and he got up into the fence. Lee was enough to kill the momentum of that car and open the door for the 27 of Cam Harris, as he now works his way down through 1 and 2 as they come out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Cam Harris is now the car hunting down the leader, number 82 of Larry Stubblefield. Look back from Larry's car at the field as they come out of turn number 4 down across the line. There's the gap between first and second. Still 2 lines being trying to be developed here as the 82 goes to the bottom now again on corner exit to get that good run off, and the 80 that again takes the nose off that car behind him, makes that car a little tight on corner exit, and you see there it just shoved up into the wall a little bit. So same thing kind of that happened to the 91, but the 27 able to keep his momentum up and continue to hold on to second here as they work off of turn number 2. Let's take a look a little further back. Like I mentioned, 27 Cam Harris running in second, and you have the 91 Riley Hoots, the Dr. Pepper machine, in third. Working through turn 1 and 2, you got the 4th place running Dave Lafano the third in his Behind the Dave YouTube sponsored machine. Greg Barnett still holding on to 5th in his Speed Society 38, and Ken Peck holding on to 6th right now, up 1 spot from his original starting position. They work back down across the line. Chad Snyder able to get by the 41 of Michael Kurds, now driving the Blues Race Design number 26 machine up into second spot. And like I mentioned, Mike Kurds in his 41 Haas Automation Ford Mustang drives way down into the bottom of the corner there through 3 and 4, and you can see right behind him the 79 Toyota machine of Travis Juggles Rodriguez, looking to make some more progress to the front. Already up 9 spots from his starting spot, up to 9th from 18th. Dave Hare holding on to the 10th spot, last spot in the top 10 there for the SimWorld Racing Network Chrome number 15. Again, up 5 spots from his earlier 15th place starting spot. Kelly Thomas driving the Texaco Haviland number 28 rolls around the field right now, sitting in the 11th spot. Greg Robinson behind him in the number 3 car, looking to make a move on the 28. Larry Garnes, longtime AARL regular, in his red, white, and blue number 20, works down the back straightaway, and then James Nelson in the AutoServe number 75 car right now sits in 14th. Curtis S. running back in the field, back in 15th after that early race tungle in his Bass Pro Shops Tracker ATV number 54. Now he looks to make a move on the inside of the 75 off of turn number 2. Not able to get it done. They drop file back in, nose to tail down the back straightaway. Running in the 16th spot, currently Tommy Osborne in his number 1 Night Owl So's machine. Tommy racing with us tonight, back after missing last week. He's running strong here. 16th place on the scoring board. Charlie Dickey in his number 37 machine is running in the 17th spot. Behind him is the 5 Boone Motorsports machine of Mike Boone out of Texas. And rounding out the field and the cars on track after an earlier race incident is the number 2 of Tyrone Yo, running with that injured finger tonight, so hopefully he can make it to the end, and so you can see him finish this race tonight. But back up front after we go through the field, leader continues to be the 82 of Larry Stubblefield as he works his way back across the line, completing lap number 27, working on 28. Tonight's 240 lap race from Dover is sponsored by none other than the All-American Racing League, the Sim World Racing Network. Bring you this broadcast. 70 laps and is the first stage completion, so the completion of lap 70, and at the completion of lap number 150 will be the end of stage 2. Then we'll run it home for 90 laps to 240 total distance here from Dover as the field continues to be strung out single file. Not a lot of passing going on, but that's you see there that track map up on the top right hand corner starts to show that the cars are pretty strung out around the field, around the track, as the leader just going into turns 1 and 2 right now. Tail end of the field just halfway through 3 and 4. Looks like the 91, Riley Hoots, has had some problems and he's dropping backwards. Not sure what happened. Let's see if we can see anything. Doesn't look like any contact with the wall or anything. Well, maybe there was. Let's see what happened to the 91 car here. So, just gets loose and hard into the outside wall for the 91. That's going to cause some front end damage for the steering. There's a little dent on that one. And then a little incident a little further back behind them. Looks like some contact. For the 54 and the 75. Looks like the 754 got up loose off of the corner exit, got into the 75, which bounced him back up into the 54, and he hit the wall. So some cars have taken on some damage early in this one. Definitely the 54, you can see there. The front is a little bent up on that machine, and then the 91 still out there. His right front, right front is pretty beat up there. You can see from that angle as he works his way through the corner. So these guys are either hoping for a caution or we can get to the end of stage number 1, and they're going to hope that they can stay on the lead lap, because they don't want to go a lap down for sure, but the cars definitely aren't driving the same, as lots of speed looks like has been lost out of that 91 cars. He's now back to 9th spot. Getting passed now by the 3 off of corner exit. The 15 will be the next car to take a chance to get by him as they work through turns 1 and 2 there. You see the 15 car on the inside. See if he's able to get it done this time out of turn number 3. Not quite, as they work down the back straightaway to drop back in, single file, nose to tail. Off of turn 4 this time. Dave Hare able to get that move done, scores him back up in the 10th spot. But back up front, it looks like Cam Harris continues to follow in the footsteps of the number 82. They've opened up about a 2.5 second lead over the 3rd place running Dave Lafano at this point, so the battle is on up front. A bit of a gap back to Dave Lafano as he's now just working his way through the corner as those other 2 cars are exiting turn number 2. Down the back straightaway there, you can see the gap from 1st, 2nd to 3rd. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight to the All-American Racing League on the Sim World Racing Network. We're live from Dover International Speedway for race number 11 of the 2024 season, as we continue to see the number 82 show his dominating form and continue to lead here early in this one as we are working on the completion of lap 39, this time down the back straightaway. So the 27 seems to be drawing in a little. Closest maybe he's been in a little while, but still is the 82 out front. So there's the gap as the 27 has closed the gap down to 2.36 seconds. This time by. Now something has happened because now he's way off the pace. What has happened to the 27 car? Well, it looks like pit road is what happened to the 27 car. The 27 is on pit road. Slow crawl down pit road, that's for sure. So that moves Dave Lafano up into second spot now over Greg Barnett and Kenneth Pack. As I say that, looks like Barnett is headed down pit road. Greg Barnett dives onto pit road, this time out of turn number 4. Hopefully he can get the car slowed down enough. Definitely a slow pit road, only about 30-35 miles an hour is the speed limit on pit road. So that pretty much bring that car to a complete crawl to get down onto pit road. Now it looks like the leader, Larry Stubblefield, will make his entry to pit road also, this time off of turn number 4. There you see the 8 though continue to rocket by, so not his time to pit quite yet, as the 82 is on pit road. That leaves the new leader, Dave Lafano, working through turns 1 and 2 as the leader here on lap number 44. So Stubblefield, Thomas, and Barnett all on pit road at this time. Looks like Greg Barnett's pit stop 15.1 as he is down and away. Probably lose about a lap and a half for sure on pit road here, with this being only a 1 mile track and a pit speed of nearly nothing. As the cars rejoin the field, Greg Barnett there rejoins. He is, 2 laps down to the leader, but he is going to have some fresh feel goods on there, and he should make no time at all to get back past at least one of his laps back, as he will definitely be quicker on those new tires, and Dave will be on the old worn out Goodyears. So work down into turn number 1 and 2. So leading the way, Dave Lafano, as the 38 gets by him. Of turn number 2 now, Dave works his way down the back straightaway. You can see the Barnett machine in front of him, and then the Kurds 41 in front of those guys as Dave works his way around another time. No pitting yet. It looks Tyrone Yo down on pit road, so is Curtis S. So we get to the lap 48 now. So past the halfway mark in the stage, everyone should be able to make it to the end of stage number 1 before needing to pit again. So this we'll see how it shakes out, see how long Dave will run this down. Looks like most guys are attempting to only take fuel on pit road just based on the time of the length of pit stops. Stubblefield's pit stop was only 8.5 seconds. Cam's was 7.5. Ken Pack was 8 seconds. Looks like Greg Barnett took some tires as his pit stop was about 15 seconds. And as I say that, the number 8 drops to the apron to make his way to pit road. Get on the brakes hard. Right there across the timing line, and this is where the time starts. So that'll leave James Nelson as the leader, this time out of turn number 4, in a gaggle of cars that have already pitted. So he's going to try to keep his car on track for as many laps as he can before having to come down pit road here, as we are working the lap 50 mark this time around. It'll be 50 complete and 190 to go for that number 75 at this point now, the leader. Second place is right there behind him, though. Travis Juggles Rodriguez, last week's winner, still has not pitted. in this one. And then a few cars still haven't also made their pit stops. Larry Garnes, Michael Boone, Charlie Dickey, Dave Hara also still on track, trying to make their way many laps as they can, hopefully, knowing that guys, not all guys are taking the new tires. Ooh, 75 into the wall on corner exit, so that's not an ideal line for Dover. With guys not taking tires, it doesn't make shouldn't make staying out the extra few laps that big of a difference. I wouldn't think. If those guys aren't changing tires, it'll keep them at relatively the same speed. They'll just have enough fuel to make it to the halfway break. But as I say that, the 75 will bypass pit road again, this time completing his 52nd circuit, working on lap number 53. So 4 cars still get to pit in the original run. That's Nelson, Hara, Dickey, and Garnes still on track, running 1, 2, 3, 4. But the cars that have pitted are definitely making up a little bit of ground and are going to be able to make it to the end of the stage, obviously, without pitting again, as we see the 75 make a little contact on corner exit that time. There you see Travis Rodriguez on the bottom of your screen rejoining the field after his pit stop. Now Michael Boone is on pit road. Leaves 4 cars still to head down pit road there. The 75, the 37 running in second, the 15 running in third, and the number 20 car. All still will get to pit, but up front it continues to be the 75 of James Nelson in the auto serve machine leading the way, as he is now fending off a challenge from the 28 of Kelly Thomas. Currently 2 laps down to the leader at this point. Here comes Travis Rodriguez back on the bottom. Looks like he's got some added speed. Does Travis? Yeah, Travis looks like he took some tires there on his pit stop. You can definitely see how the new tires affect the handling. He's already closed right back up, and he's going to take no time at all to get by that 75. Should be able to do it this time through turn number 3 and 4. He's right there on the back bumper out of turn number 4. Let's see if he can make the move. Just be able to carry so much momentum off the corner exit. Able to move to the inside this time into 1 and get that pass made that time, as Travis Rodriguez moves himself 1 lap closer. Dave Hara, he is on pit road. So 3 cars. Then there were 3 cars left to pit, but it continues to be the 75 of James Nelson, the 37 of Charlie Dickey still out there running on lap number 57. Larry Garnes in 20th, also not yet pitted. So the distance between James Nelson, who hasn't pitted, and the Larry Stubblefield car, who has pitted, is right now at about 25 seconds between them on track. So just over a lap, I think, a lap and a bit. As you can see there, actually right there, the 82 is looking to get a lap back on the 75 as we continue here. So this one is not a pass for the lead, but this pass will put that 82 car back on the lead lap. Not able to make the pass quite yet. They go into turns 3 and 4. Good solid run going for the 75s who use the bottom. Now the 82 is under attack from the 38 of Barnett. So he's able to make that move off of turn number 3 and get into that spot. As we approach the 10 lap to go mark before the end of stage number 1, working lap number 59 here. So remember, caution and will be displayed at the completion of lap number 70 and end of stage number 1. So I guess it's going to make or break it here. Was he able to ride in the back early enough? Oh, we got trouble. The leader, or the early race leader, Larry Stubblefield, hard into the outside wall, able to continue, but that is a mistake you don't often see that 82 car make. Let's see if we can get a replay of that this time. Off of 4, you just see the car run up and get loose on the back end, back up into the wall. Cam Harris able to get on the brakes and get underneath that 82, but definitely some right front damage there. You can see on the 82, he's able to continue, but obviously will not be able to carry the same speed he had early in this race when he dominated the first portion of the race. So it looks like James Nelson has made his way down pit road, and that turns the lead over to the number 37 machine of Charlie Dickey, now leading the way here on lap number 62. One thing that I didn't mention earlier to keep in mind, though, is that just Charlie Dickey. He pitted on that first caution on lap number 6, so he should be able to he does have some more fuel than the other cars that weren't stopping on that first caution. We'll see how much more fuel he has as he works down the back straightaway. Looks to continue here through 3 and 4, still not coming down to pit road, so we work around to see when he is going to pit if he has to. Got some fans watching, chiming in. Somebody named is pulling for Greg Barnett in the number 38, and then we got someone pulling for Cam or Stubblefield. Can stay clean, they should win in his opinion. So a couple of votes for a couple different drivers. If you're watching online and following along, send us a note. Let us say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Who do you think is going to be able to pull it to victory lane? Are we going to see another first-time winner? Or are we going to see a repeat winner tonight from Dover? But right now, with 37, Charlie Dickey continues to lead the laps here as we wind down to the end of stage number 1. Coming off of turn number 4, he will complete the 65th circuit. So only about 6 laps to go before we get to that stage 1 caution, where we will have open pit road and restack the field for stage number 2. But right now it continues to be the Dickey machine leading the way. Definitely slowing his pace to see if he can save enough fuel to make it to the end. We're not sure if he'll have enough, but we are about to find out here. Completes the 67th circuit. So the gap between him and Greg Barnett in second is about 7 seconds, but dropping quickly as Dickey, the only car on track to not pit yet. Kelly Thomas will hit pit road that time out of turn number 4. As we continue to be clean and green since the last caution at lap number 6 between the number 69 machine of Johnny May and the 54 of Curtis S. As the gap for the lead continues to shrink down to 1.7 seconds is the difference as Greg Barnett eating up that track as Charlie Dickey holding on for dear life. See if he can make the end of this stage. But right there's a pass for the lead. Greg Barnett takes that number 38 to the outside, and he is your new race leader as he works through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway on lap number 69. So just a couple of laps to go before we see that caution for stage completion of stage number 1. Oop, 41, some contact with that outside wall, but we continue to go green here. The 38 continues to lead here as we completion of this lap. We should see the yellow flag be displayed, and the end of stage 1. Top 10 will receive points in a negative as a countdown format. 10 points for the win, 1 point for 10th place, as that it'll come across the line to complete the stage. We'll wait till Greg Robertson comes around, and that is when the yellow should be displayed for stage number 2. And the caution is out. So that is the completion of stage number 1 here from Dover. The winner of stage 1 is Greg Barnett in his 38, Cam Harris, Larry Stubblefield, Charlie Dickey, Greg Robinson, Travis Rodriguez, Dave Lurfano, Ken Pack, Riley Hoots, and James Nelson will all hold on to finish in the top 10, scoring themselves some regular season points. And then that means that 1 playoff point also will be awarded to the 38 of Greg Barnett. So as the cars come around under caution, pit road should open this time back pass for the lead lap cars. Not everyone's able to pull down pit road quite yet. Some guys may be staying out. Looks like Barnett is not going to pit. Not sure the reasoning behind that, but we should definitely have some cars on pit road here as we see them all filing down off of turn number 4, the top side there of the screen. They work down pit road. It looks like Harris, Stubblefield, Robinson, Rodriguez, Dickey, Lerfano, Hoots, Pack, Nelson. So everyone in the top 10 on the lead lap except for the number 38 of Greg Barnett came down pit road here. So we'll see if Greg just unfortunately missed pit road the first time by. See if he comes down the second time with the lap cars. There's the 41. He will get his lap back as the lucky dog at the end of stage number 1. So there everyone has completed their pit stops. Left side tires going on. Everyone's pulling away. Everyone back on track. Now we'll go back here and see if this time through turns 3 and 4, Greg Barnett will make that drop to the bottom side and head on down pit road. Looks like all the lap cars are. We'll see here. Looks like Greg's going to stay out though, as he is going to lead this field back to green when we get going again. Looks like himself. He will be the only lead lap car that stayed out. They'll put Cam Harris in second, Larry Stubblefield there on your screen, Greg Robinson, Chad Snyder rolling by. Chad 2 laps down, unfortunately, at this point, as the rest of the lead lap cars roll by to catch up to the tail end of the field. Michael Kurtz on pit road after taking the wave around. So we will restack the field here momentarily as we get set to go back to green for the start of stage number 2. Here from the Lobsta Claw 240, live from Dover, Delaware. So as I mentioned, the only car to not pit from the lead lap under this caution is that number 38 Speed Society machine of Greg Barnett. Behind him in second will be the 27 of Cam Harris. Larry Stubblefield in his number 82 Night Owl So's machine will be third. Greg Robinson will start in the 4th spot. The 79 of Travis Rodriguez 5th. Riley Hoots in the 6th spot. Charlie Dickey, after staying out and completing the entire stage without coming in at the latter point, definitely pitted earlier in the stage to get himself enough fuel. Held on for some stage points in that one, but he will restart in the top 10. But up front, it's going to be the 38 and the 27. Lights off on the pace car as they roll on the exit of turn number 2. That means it's time by out of turn 4. They'll look for the green flag. As we take a look, there's a good shot at Cam Harris as he goes down the back straightaway. Greg Barnett now on the inside. He'll be the car that controls the restart. This time through turns 3 and 4 they will go. Field cycles under the Ally Bridge and the entrance of turn number 3. Tyrone Yo just getting caught back up here for the restart of this one as the field looks set. Double file, 2 wide, 8 rows deep. As we get set, the cars will hit the Geico restart zone, this time out of turn number 4. And look for the first car to fire, the 38. He does. Green flag is out from Barney, and we are back racing at Dover. Back into turn number 1. The high side's being used by the 27 of Cam Harris, able to get the metal down and get around the 38. New leader, Cam Harris in the 27. But Greg Barnett's not out of the water yet. It looks like the 82 of Larry Stubblefield is going to make the bottom side work off of turn 4. This time, Stubblefield up to second. He's going to bring Rodriguez and Riley Hoots with him on that bottom line. Greg Robinson kind of got stuck behind a pick there as he was caught behind the 38. He's able to get now under him, and he's going to get by him. So Greg Barnett going the wrong way on a one-way road. It looks like no tires on that no pit stop. Means no new tires. It means a lot of fast cars are going to get by you on the restart. So he is all the way back to 6th spot, 7th spot as they work their way through him on the bottom side. Doing a yeoman's job, keeping it out of the way, not trying to get into anyone by any means, but definitely knew he was going to have a rough go of it here on the restart. But Up front, we got a new leader, like I said, Cam Harris in his number 27. Oreo Chevrolet Camaro leads the way over the night. Owl So's 82 and the Toyota sponsored number 79. Down the back straightaway under the General Tire Bridge as they look now to go under the Ally Bridge. And through turns 3 and 4. Great shot from our drone cam as we follow these guys out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. There you can see the uniqueness of the Speedway here at Dover. They have a horse track on the infield of this one, and then off the back straightaway next time, if we can get a look at it, we can see the hotel and casino, the Dover Downs Hotel and Casino. So definitely a unique features of this racetrack that most other racetracks don't have there. As you see Larry head down the back straightaway there, as under the Ally Bridge, back down into turn 3. Now we'll jump back and follow Travis Rodriguez in his number 79. Up to third, so up 15 spots from his 18th starting spot. Not a bad start to the race for that number 79 machine. So here's how the pits strategy played out earlier in this one for the first part of the race. The top 10, all different times these guys pitted. Look at James Nelson. He pitted early on the same lap as Dickey there, so lap, I think it was lap 5 or 6. Then he was able to go 56 laps there until he made his stop, which closed the second part of his run just down to 11. Able to gain a bunch of spots, though, by staying out so long. Like I said, it's not too detrimental by staying out there. It's not detrimental if the rest of the guys aren't taking tires. So that definitely helped Nelson, and then you can see the other guy it definitely helped was the 37 car running in 9th right now, Charlie Dickey, able to jump up into the top 10 here at the end of stage 1 by running 66 laps without pitting. Obviously at the end definitely slow off the pace, trying to save as much fuel as possible to make it to the end, and he was successful in that. So shout out to Charlie for making that work. Last week we had someone try that and ran out of gas as they came to the checkered flag, and it pretty much caused calamity to ensue there on that set of pit stops. A lot of guys got black flags for passing under the yellow amongst other flags, and I'm sure we won't see something like that again. Stern warning from the league on the message boards this week, just saying, hey, if you're going to be out of gas, don't screw up the race for others, and make sure you get to pit road if you need it. No, you're not going to win it at the end of stage 1, that's for sure. But up front right now, it's all the 27 car. Opened up about a 2.2 second lead now over this 82 of Larry Stubblefield. So I don't know, might see Larry laying back a little bit here, trying to conserve the tires for this run, knowing that this will be a shorter run than the first one. Not by too much, I don't think, because that first run was 70 laps, and this one I think we went green on about lap 74 to 150. So maybe I lied. After I do some quick head math, it works out to be about the same distance. So definitely a slower pace though out of the 82 and the rest of the field, as the 27 has driven off to, like I said, quite a gap here early in this one. Let's see here. 2.4 second lead at this point for the 27 machine over the 82, but Travis gets loose off of the corner there. We'll take a look back. We got a good group of cars here bunched together. Some good racing going on here. A little back in the pack. Greg Robinson in front of James Nelson. Then you got Dave Lafano being challenged by the 16 of Pack and the 54. Okay, so the 54 is a lucky dog position. So that battle right there between the 54 and the 15 is the lucky dog battle on track right now. As a move to the inside by the 8 of Dave Lafano over James Nelson down into turn 1. Nelson goes to the high side, opens the door for Lafano on the bottom, and now the 54 looking to go through, but not able to make that move. But he does have that 15 breathing down his back bumper, looking to get into that free pass spot. Here's a look back from the bumper of the 54. There you can see the 16 of Peck, who is on the lead lap, running in 8th place, and then behind him the 15 is Dave Hara, and he is currently running in 13th spot, 1 lap down. And like I said, this is the battle on track for the lucky dog position. But back up front, Cam Harris continues to lead the way. There's the gap. It's closed up a little bit, down to 1.8 seconds now between first and second. As this time we see Larry Stubblefield try to reel back in. That number 27. Here's from the roof cam as we head down the front straightaway. Take a look here at Larry working in his office. Continues to be a dominant car here all season so far. 3 wins, like I mentioned, on the year. Leading the way in the win category, also leading in the point standings as he heads off a back down turn 4. We're right on board here for a lap around it over 1 mile Speedway. Down as low as 140 miles an hour through the corner and back up down the back straightaway. Up tops out of at 172 on corner entry, corner number 3. Riding on board the 82 of Larry Stubblefield on the QFRL roof cam. Looking up ahead there is Cam Harris, continuing to lead this event by 1.5 seconds. We'll take a look now back from his car to Larry. There you can see the difference from first to second as they work down the back straightaway. Working lap number 96 as they come out of the turn 4. That'll be the completion of it, and we start lap number 97. Jump on board a car a little further back. We got Travis Rodriguez, unfortunately heading up the wrong way in this one. He has dropped back to the 6th position, been passed by Riley Hoots, Greg Robinson, and Dave Rafano. Now that 54 car, Curtis S, definitely hard charging right now. He is the car that is, again, in the lucky dog spot. Jump on board him. Currently down 6 positions from his starting spot after an early rectangle with the number 69 of Johnny May, who was unable to continue and will finish last, unfortunately, tonight in his first start of the season in the Cup Series. But we'll ride on board here. The 54 look back at Travis Rodriguez there as the cars work down under the Ally Bridge into turn number 3. Back up front, though, continues to be Cam Harris and his number 27 Oreo machine, continuing to lead the way. Gap is sitting at about 1.6 seconds between him and second place Larry Stubblefield, as we will follow back to Larry here. Started on the pole and led early until pit stops. Lost the lead under pit stops to the number 37 of Charlie Dickey, who did not pit in the later portion of the stage like everyone else. Was able to complete the stage, finishing about 5th or 6th or 4th, somewhere in that area. Larry Stubblefield wasn't able to get back to the lead, though, as he had some contact with the outside wall. Got loose off of turn 4, which kind of opened the door for a different guy to win the stage, and that was Greg Barnett. Stepped up to the opportunity, and he thought, I'm good as anyone, I should win this stage, and so he did. So Greg Barnett picked up stage number 1, the win, as we continue to work here down through turns 3 and 4. The leaders go out of turn number 4. As I mentioned, Greg Barnett, there you can see him on that right-hand side of your screen heading down pit road. So Greg Barnett back on pit road as the leaders look to get into some lap traffic here momentarily in front of them. You have the 20 of Larry Garnes and the 2 of Tyrone Yo, the last cars on the lead on the track. Both of them are currently so Tyrone is down 2 laps, and Larry is down numerous laps as Larry does the courtesy move to the top to let Cam Harris go by. So now Cam will focus his attention on passing number 2 here as we'll jump on board the Oreo machine. Making me hungry seeing all these Oreos. Down the front straightaway at a turn 4, he'll look to make a move on Tyrone Yo going into turn number 1. Tyrone goes to the outside, opening the door for the 27, letting him sneak by on the underneath. What that's done is let Larry Stubblefield close the gap a little. It's now down to under a second. So 0.9, 0.8 seconds between first and second right there on your screen. This time out at turn number 4, we should both see them both on the same camera angle. There's the gap between first and second, that time across the line as we complete 104 laps. No incidents on track thus far since we've gone back green flag racing, but it's been all Cam Harris since the drop of the green flag at about lap number 75. As we continue to work our way through stage number 2 in the Lobsta Claw 240 from Dover International Speedway. We continue to see laps tick off at a good pace, about 24-second laps roughly here at this point of the run. 25-30 laps into the run. So the best time on track for Cam Harris so far this race has been 22.982, and that was on lap 80. So 5 laps into the new the second stage on those new tires, was able to click off a 22.982, and here at lap number 108, so 29 laps later, running times in the low 24s, 24.142 that time for Cam Harris. Behind him, Larry Stubblefield, about 0.4 of a second quicker, so not much. He ran a 1:02, but that time both running 0.6s pretty much. Cam Harris with a 0.60 and Larry with a 0.53. That is about 0.3 of a second quicker than the third place car of Riley Hoots, who's able to bounce back after contact with the wall earlier in the race. He also had some trouble getting off the corner and resulting in some right front damage to his car. Looks like Travis Rodriguez has had a bit of an incident on the track. We'll see what happened to Travis earlier. A few laps ago, just got the wiggles and hard into the outside wall again. That outside wall coming off before is just seeming to almost suck those cars in, but Travis is able to continue. He's running right now in 7th spot, so hasn't dropped off too much after his contact. Still up 11 spots there from his original starting spot. But up front, Cam Harris continues to lead the way. 1.17 seconds last time across the line was the lead over the number 82 as they work off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So as I mentioned earlier in the show, a handful of drivers leading provisionals unable to join us here tonight. Alan Bledsoe will take a provisional, Brendan Mathia will take a provisional, and looks like Kyle Purcell not able to make it tonight and will have to take a provisional this week also. So 3 provisionals will be handed out at the end of this one, but right now it's all about Cam Harris up front in the Oreo number 27 Camaro, leading the way here in the later stages of the mid stages, of stage number 2. We're looking to get to the completion of lap 150 for the end of this stage as we work our way through 1 and 2 again. Let's take a run through the top 10 again as pit stops are underway though, as pit stop, right, like I said, about halfway through the run. Looks like pit stops are the name of the game as we have some cars on pit road. Ken Pack and Michael Kurds both on pit road at this point in the run. So let's wait to see if these pit stops cycle through fully, and then we will take a look at our top 10. But Cam Harris continues to lead the way over Larry Stubblefield in that number 82 machine. But as I say that, Cam Harris on the binders down to pit road, get that car down to pit road speed right there, and Now we have a new leader, Larry Stubblefield, back to the top of the scoring pylon. That time across the line is the Night Owl 82. Looks like Cam Harris is joined on pit road by James Nelson. This time across, he is also down on pit road. A handful of drivers have completed their second pit stops. Dave Lafano, Ken Pack, Michael Kurtz, Greg Barnett, and Curtis S. all have made it to pit road for their second stop. This time by Larry Stubblefield. He is on pit road. That turns the race lead over to the 91 Dr. Pepper Cherry Machine of Riley Hoots. So we have another new leader here in this one as he rolls through turn 1 and 2. Larry Stubblefield, Greg Robinson on pit road that time. Riley Hoots, Travis Rodriguez, Charlie Dickey still out on track. Dave Hara has not pitted either, currently running in the lucky dog spot 1 lap down. Tommy Osborne in his number 1 also on track 1 lap down. As I say that, it looks like Travis Rodriguez will make his way down to pit road, see if he can get some of that damage fixed there on the right front after his contact with the outside wall. But up front it still continues to be Riley Hoots as he works his way down the back straightaway. Just looking at pit stop lengths this time, looks like tires were the right choice because of the guys who've pitted. Looks like let's see here, where are the pit stops? So it looks like Larry took tires, Cam took some tires. I'm not sure if Greg took any tires. Shorter pit stop, only 7 seconds. 10 seconds on pit road for Dave Lafano, so he might have taken 2 tires. Ken Peck, Greg Barnett, and Michael Kurtz all in the 15-second range with pit stops. So they, I'm assuming, took tires. Looks like Travis Rodriguez is back on track after completing his pit stop. So just 4 cars left to pit in this one. Riley Hoots, Charlie Dickey, Dave Hara there in the 15 SimWorld Racing Network machine, and Tommy Osborne all yet to pit here in stage number 2 as Riley Hoots works on lap 120 of the 240 lap distance as we look as the starter giving the halfway signal that time across the line. Looks like our friend, unfortunately, Travis Rodriguez, after his big win last week, he got a speeding penalty. Travis Rodriguez caught speeding on pit road and he will have to come down for a drive-through penalty. Not going to be the way to make up time on this one as he pulls back into his pit stop, so maybe some other issues at hand for Travis, but back on track continues to be Riley Hoots leading the way, still has not pitted. Second place again, holding off on pitting is Charlie Dickey, and then Larry Stubblefield running 2 laps down, but in the 3rd spot is the first car. He was able to make up a spot and get by Cam Harris that time on pit road, so now Cam Harris has dropped down to 4th. But up front continues to be Riley Hoots leading the way. Look here at the pit stop strategy board. So there you can see Hoots was in on 36.72 and yet to come back in. Dickey pitted at 6.72 at the caution and then hasn't come back in. And then the 2 guys that have pitted, or of the 2 guys that have pitted, you can see Larry Stubblefield was in on 72 and 116, and Cam Harris 72 and 1 lap before Larry on lap 115. Dave Hara still himself, he has not pitted, down 1 lap though. Currently at this point still unfortunately up 10 spots from the starting spot, but not on the right lap, and still potentially has a pit stop to make here in stage number 2 as this time out of turn number 4 the 91 car will complete his 125th lap. 9 seconds is the gap between first and second as the first place car crosses the line, as the second place car just going through turns 3 and 4. And as I say that, Charlie Dickey headed down pit road for his pit stop on this one, so he will be the second last driver to make a pit stop here in stage number 2. You can see Chad Snyder also on pit road. continue to lead the way. The 91, though, has made his way down pit road. You will see the 91. There he is as he rolls into the top of the screen. The 91 on pit road. That means Larry Stubblefield in his number 82 down the back straightaway this time around should be able to regain the lead at the lap 120, at completion of lap 127, this time out of turn number 4. Larry Stubblefield back to the top of the scoring pylon as we got a new old leader that time across the line. As Larry has jumped to the top. Cameron Harris in second. Riley Hoots will still on pit road. He's lost a couple more spots as Ken Pack and Michael Kurds get by him. Next will be Greg Barnett to put him down a spot. Dave Hara also still hasn't pitted. Definitely running at the speed of trying to save fuel to make it to the end and stay on the lead lap. He's got about 20 laps to go. I'm not sure if he'll have enough to do it, but we're going to find out. Let's take a look here at this pit stop strategy. So last time the car that went the furthest was the Dickey machine, and he is currently running in 12th. So let's add a car to this graphic. Take a look at 10th to 15th. So Dickey was able to go 66 laps that last run, based on when he pitted on lap 6 to when he pitted again on 72. So we'll see if Dave can make it. He's definitely going to try, I think. Not like him to not try. So if he goes 66 laps based on my amateur math, that's 100 lap 138 he should be able to make it to. So he is on pit road as I do the math in my head. So he's not going to be able to make it to the end of the stage. He is down pit road. Looking, I guess, potential of him staying out as long as possible also to see if he can catch a caution because he was on the lead lap. But now, there you see the top 7 have all completed their pit stops. And the leader currently is Larry Stubblefield, this time off of turn number 2. As only 5 cars remain on the lead lap. His first car 1 lap down right there on the screen is that 8 of Dave Lurfano, who's now under attack by the 91 of Riley Hoots, which puts him in the lucky dog position. But saying that, if Riley did pit, Riley pitted on lap 127, which was about 9 laps after the 82 machine, so he should have some fresher tires. Looks like both of them, based on length of pit stops, took tires. So those 9 seconds should help that 91 at least get back around the 20 or the 82 and get back on the lead lap here before the end of this stage as we work lap 135. Again, completion of 150 will be the stage break. Cam Harris is back there in second, about 2.5 seconds off of the leader at this point though there, as Stubblefield now concedes way to the 91, putting the 91 back on the lead lap. I believe, on the tail end of the lead lap. So 6 cars on the lead lap. Stubblefield, Harris, Peck, Michael Kurds, Greg Barnett, and Riley Hoots now all on the lead lap. But back up front, it's all Larry Stubblefield. Let's now here see if we can take a quick look through the top 10 and give you a rundown of who is where. So like I said, right now leading the way is that 82 car Larry Stubblefield. Behind him in second is the 27 of Cam Harris in the Oreo machine. Third on track is Ken Pack in his number 16 Prisma Health machine. Fourth right now is the 41 HaasTooling.com Ford of Michael Kurds. Behind him is Stage 1 winner in his number 38 Speed Society machine, Greg Barnett. Riley Hoots, you just saw him get his lap back and back on the lead lap here in his number 91 machine. And then the first car 1 lap down at this point of the race is the 75 AutoServe Ford Mustang of James Nelson there as he rolls through turns 1 and 2. Dave Lorfano the third, sitting in 8th place, 1 lap down, also in his number 8 behind the Dave U2 machine. And then Charlie Dickey, after a strong performance at the end of stage 1, propelled him into the top 10 at the end of the stage 1. He continues to ride around in the top 10, currently 1 lap down, running in 9th. And then in 10th, rounding out the top 10, is the 54 Ranger Boats Bass Pro Shop Tracker Boats ATVs machine of Curtis S. Tommy Osborne rides in 11th as he is being passed by the 41 there down the back straightaway. 11th is Tommy Osborne. Chad Snyder in the Blues Race Design machine, 26 machine. Rebellion Graphics also on board that one as he is currently running in 12th. Dave Hare stayed out as long as he could, see if he could catch a mid-race caution to get him back on the lead lap. Unfortunately not the case, so he currently sits a handful of laps down at this point. In 13th, Michael Boone running in the 14th spot. 15th, after a pit road speeding penalty, is the 79 of Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Tyrone Yo on track in 16th. Larry Garnes is the 17th place runner in his red, white, and blue Camaro. Kelly Thomas down there on the bottom. Looks like he had a bit of an issue there, but he is currently running in 18th. Greg Robinson in his number 3. And Johnny May, an early finish for Johnny May, unfortunately, tonight. As Larry Stubblefield, though, continues to lead the way as the caution is out, I just noticed. Sorry about that. Caution on the track. Let's see if we can see what happened. So, lap 143, the caution comes out. Looks like Curtis and Kelly Thomas got together in one way or another. So here it goes. So one car coming down, one car going up. Not enough room for both of them as they both spin out. Woo, that was close. Definitely some close calls there as both the 91 and the 82 definitely had a tricky time getting around that. That's 54. Let's take another look here. Just side-by-side contact off of turn. Bringing out another caution here in this one. I think it's only the 3rd caution of the race. Lap 6, the stage caution, and here at lap 143, the caution came back out. So you're going to see some guys stay out. You're going to see some guys come in. We're going to have enough time to get back to green before the end of the stage. So it's definitely going to shake up the pit strategy here. Like I said, 3rd caution of the race. Thrown for the number 54 and 28 getting together, but Larry Stubblefield is the leader at this point. Looks like James Nelson going around the top there will be the lucky dog. First car 1 lap down. That'll move Lorfano into that lucky dog position. So, like I said, handful of cars hit pit road. Cam Harris hit pit road. Charlie Dickey hit pit road. Darley's 1 lap down, though. So Cam Harris, the only lead lap car to hit pit road here, which will put him, you would think would put him in good shape, because by the time we get back going, probably be a lap 147, 148, so a couple laps to finish the stage. We'll award the stage points. We'll open pit road again. Everyone else will come back down pit road, and I'm imagining that'll mean Cam Harris will not pit at the stage break, leaving him as the leader of the race on the restart of the final stage. So we'll see how that all plays out. Right now, we are under caution for an incident between the number 28 and the number 54. We'll take another look here at it as they come off of turn 4. Just one car coming up, one car coming down. Not enough room as everyone slides across the track. And the 28 able to continue. The dicey part, though, was when the 54 slid back up the track here. If we keep the tape running and watch the end of this, he's got it locked up, unlocks it, starts rolling, and then rolls right up into traffic. There's the 91 who's on the tail end of the lead lap. There goes the 82, the race leader, and there goes the 27. So it got a little dicey towards the end of that accident with the 54, but everyone's able to make it through unscathed, and looks like like I said, we should have enough time to go back green. Here running lap 146 here from Dover. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network. My name, Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. As the field there, you can kind of see under the scoring thing, works down the back straightaway, sorts themselves back into lead lap cars at the front, lap traffic at the back. Thinking that this time by we should be looking for a white flag from the starter. We'll see if that comes to fruition though, as we will jump back down here as the 82 will roll off of turn number 4. So it looks like up front it's going to be Larry Stubblefield, Ken Pack, Michael Kurds, Riley Hoots back on the lead lap. Greg Barnett and Cam Harris, who came down pit road, had a bit of a lengthier stop, so it looks like potentially took some repair damage also while he had the opportunity under caution. So it looks like there it is, the white flag been displayed, the lights on the pace truck are off, and we will go back racing. We are looking to go back racing on lap 148, which means we'll have a 3-lap shootout. And then we will display the caution again, and that will be the awarding of the stage points at that time. But the field under control of the 82 Stubblefield machine rolls down the back straightaway as we get set to go back to green flag, and we are going to turn it over to the roar of the engines, and that will go with a little crank it up kind of mini segment here to bring us to the end of the stage. So we'll be right back with you when the caution comes back out for the end of the stage, but in the meantime enjoy a little bit of V8 horsepower as we go to crank it up. And the yellow flag is displayed at the completion of the second stage, with the stage win going to the 82 of Larry Stubblefield. One thing of note, though, is that the 27 of Cam Harris, as he disappears, he's back, there he is. He started in the last car on the lead lap after pitting, so he started 7th or 8th, and made a charge with fresh tires up to second spot. So he maximized pretty much his stage points after stopping with only 3 laps to go when we went back green. So that's a great kind of little mini run there. See how much fresh tires definitely means for these cars. Now the question is, will he come back in or will he stay out? I'm going to guess he's going to stay out on track, or maybe not. Maybe he'll come in. That'll make me look like a fool. Down pit road he comes. That means everybody is headed down pit road. So the cars rolling by on the outside are the cars that are 1 or more laps down, but on pit road right now is all the lead lap cars. So it looks like the 27 didn't take tires, definitely got it topped up on fuel, as he will be the first car out. Everyone else is taking tires there. The race off pit road, 82, 91, 16, 38, 41. So looks like those cars have all completed their pit stops and joined the field. But the man who will control this restart, I'm pretty sure, will be the Oreo number 27 of Cam Harris. So gave the lead up in the middle of that segment during the pit stops here, as we'll take a look here. So gave, like I said, gave the lead up there when he made that lap 115 pit stop, one lap earlier than Stubblefield's 82, but able to regain the lead now as he only took fuel that time under that caution. And all these cars here looks like they will be taking a wave around, starting with Dave Hara. A bunch of cars in front of the leader, so 15, 26, 54. And should be the 5, the 8 of Lorfano. So a bunch of guys going to take the wave around. That should put Lorfano back on the lead lap. It should also put, so the only driver who will get back on the lead lap taking the wave around will be that 8 car. He did come down at 145, so he did pit there at that last caution before the stage break. So shouldn't have too bad of tires, but that'll play out for him well. I'm sure he's happy to be back on the lead lap. Like I said, of the wave around cars, he is the only one who will benefit from getting back on the lead lap. Everyone else will get back to at least just one lap down. Everyone's had a bit of everyone back here has had a little bit of trouble just at one point or another. Some cars had a couple penalties on pit road. The 5 and the 2 got together. The 54s had a bit of a couple of get-togethers. The 28 also involved in that late stage 2 wreck with the 54. But there you go. As the lights go off on the pace car, you're going to see all these guys in the wave around positions get the wave around and will join the tail end of the field. But that means we're set to go back racing next time out of turn number 4, and the 27 will be back in control of this field over the 82. So if we reset the lineup here at the start of stage number 3, we will be going 90 laps to the end of this one. The race will be 240 laps is the scheduled distance. Of course, always a chance for some overtime, but at this point, let's not hope for that. So we have Cam Harris in the 27. Then you have Larry Stubblefield in the 82, Riley Hoots in the 91, Kenneth Peck the 16, Greg Barnett in his 38, the 41 of Michael Kurds, James Nelson in the 75, Charlie Dickey, and Dave Lorfano will now be back on the lead lap. As the field rolls through turn 3 and 4, we are looking for the green flag this time out of turn number 4 as the field side by side into the restart zone. On the gas is the 27, green flag from Barney, and we are back underway here for the final stage of race number 11 for the AARL Cup Series. 3 turns 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straight, 27 has the advantage. The 91, though, looking to make the inside work underneath the 82. Not able to get it done quite yet, but they run side by side off of turn number 2. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, the 82 and the 91. But the momentum on the top side propels the 82 back in front, but that opens the door for the 16 there, trying to make a move as he now goes side by side with the 91. Riley Hoots gets a good run off the bottom as they work down the back straightaway. He pulls back up in the 3rd spot over the 16, but Cameron Harris up front already opening up a big bit of a lead, up to about 7/10 of a second as Riley Hoots way loose off of turn number 4. Gets a regain, but it's going to cost him 1, maybe 2 spots through 1 and 2. Michael Kurtz works to the top side out of turn number 2. Can he get the pass done? Side by side down the back straightaway they go. Into turn 3, the momentum on the top side for the 41 propels him into that fourth spot now as they work back out of turn number 3, down across the line and into turn number 1. Curly right now, the 54 of Curtis S. is the lucky dog running position there. He is the Bass Pro Shops car a little further back in the screen, but the battle is still on for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Throw a blanket over them as they roll off of turn 4. Barnett there in 6th. 5th is Hoots. 4th is Kurds. A little further back, James Nelson under attack by the 15 of Dave Hara, who's 2 laps down at this point of the race. So just Dave's trying to make up as much ground as he can under green flag, try to get into position and possibly take a wave around, but being 2 laps down, it's going to be tough. That car right behind him, the 54, is the last car, or the first car 1 lap down, sorry. Curtis S. is 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. But up front, it's leading the way. The 27 Oriole machine of Cam Harris continues to lead over the 82. Off of turn number 4, down across the stripe. We ride on board the 87 or the 27 car, mixing up the car numbers and then combining them. What a hassle this is. No, just kidding. Off of turn 2, though, there's the gap, 1st to 2nd. It's up to about 7/10 of a second down the back straightaway. There you can see the casino and hotel there on the left-hand side of the screen as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Continues to be Cam Harris leading the way. Larry Stubblefield right there in 2nd, though, not losing sight of that car in front of him. Two lines being worked by each driver individually. The bottom is being used by the Harris 27, Stubblefield up on the outside, middle outside groove. Lots of rubber down on the track at this point, so pretty equal grooves. Just a matter of who can make theirs work a little better. A little further back in the pack, see if we got any action. So it's up front. It's Harris, Stubblefield, Peck, Kurds, Riley Hoots now in 5th place. Burnett there in 6th. James Nelson in 7th, but he's under attack from Charlie Dickey in the 37 on the low side. Not able to get side by side quite yet, but now the 75 dives to the bottom, takes the nose off the front of the 37. They may have made a little contact, but nothing to upset either car. They work their way off of turn number 2. Right behind them there, back on the lead lap in his number Toyota, is Dave Lafano, 2-time AARL Series champion and winner of the first 2 races of the 2024 season. Up front, though, it looks like the lead has stayed about half a second at this point as they continue to work their way through the track, down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Some beautiful shots from our drone team there, working the cars down the back straightaway. Two-and-a-half second lead is the distance from the front 2 back to Ken Peck there in 3rd. Michael Kurds, Riley Hoots, Greg Barnett, James Nelson, Charlie Dickey, Dave Lafano, Curtis S. still running in the top 10. As the lead has diminished to pretty much nothing, and under attack now is Cam Harris in his 27. This time off of turn number 4. Larry's starting to ramp up the pressure. Lead down to under 0.2 of a second that time into turn number 1. Back down the back straightaway he goes. Draws back into the back bumper. Looks to make a move to the bottom side. Nothing happening quite yet, but he's right there. Knocking on the back door. Great look back at Stubblefield in his office in that number 82. There's the distinct 2 different lines. We'll go to the wide angle. You can see them running there. And Stubblefield makes that run from the top down to the bottom. Drives all that, uses all that momentum down the back straightaway. Looks to make a move to the inside. Now Cam goes to the top. Larry Stubblefield to the bottom as we got a pass for the lead. Out of turn number 4. Side by side. Not quite yet. The 27 shuts the door as they work their way back down the front straightaway into turn number 1. This time gets a great run off of the corner, dives to the bottom, but doesn't get such a good move. But this time thinks about putting it side by side, not having it done, as Cam continues to lead down the front straightaway. So that time out of turn 2, Stubblefield had a heck of a run, just wasn't able to make the passes. Cam didn't quite commit to the top or bottom, and I don't think Larry was ready to commit. He wanted to see where Cam went, but now they're both running the top that time through 1 and 2. Now Cam's adjusted his line a little bit to mimic what the 82 is doing behind him. But definitely down to 1 and 2. 2 distinct lines being run that time. Through 1 and 2, we'll see what happens in 3 and 4. Last time they both ran the same line up top. And this time they're both using the same line up around the top to the middle, cutting back down to the bottom to get a run off the banking, down across the start finish line. 174 laps complete as we work towards 240. 66 laps to go. And this one from Dover. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network's broadcast of the Lobsta Claw 240. Thanks for joining in on this Tuesday night. Excited to be with you for the conclusion of this 240-mile lap race. So after fending off a an attack there, just a few laps to go, Cam Harris opened up back up to about 4/10 of a second lead over the 82. So he was able to fend off that attack, and now he's able to just kind of ride around a little bit. Larry's probably letting his tires cool down here to set up potential for another attack later in the run. But as we work our way through this stage, like I said, 66 laps to go, 90 laps the total distance of stage number 3, as we are nearing the we're one-third of the way pretty much through that as we work towards the end of this one. Another great run off the corner for Larry, who got a little loose that time, but able to hold on to it. This time, that's as close as he's been in a couple laps as we jump onto the roof cam as we ride with Larry Stubblefield down the back straightaway, headed for the Ally Bridge. Still riding on board. Great view from the QFRL roof camera. Looking up at the Oriole machine of Cam Harris. So it looks like Cam's a little more aggressive on corner entry, driving in a little deeper, which opens up a gap, but then Larry's kind of letting it roll and float through the entrance of the corner, able to get back to that gas a lot too. We can see him close the gap on corner exit, where Cam has been opening it up a little on corner entrance. There you see Cam kind of drive away a little bit, but Larry rolls out of the throttle and just able to get right back on it a little sooner and able to close that gap right back up. Now he's right to the back bumper. We're going to see a pass for the lead. That's 82. Looks to the bottom side in turn number 1. He able to make that pass easily. Made it look like he had the 27 tied to a tree stump, but now we got a new leader. Larry Stubblefield back to the top of the scoring pylon, back to the lead, but this time through 3 and 4. Can he mount, can the 27 of Harris mount a comeback? Nothing happening there. Now it's all in Larry Stubblefield's hands as he's the new leader that time across the line. Oh, a great run there for the 27. Almost got into the back end. Had to abort that pretty quickly. Oh, Larry up into the wall. That's going to slow him down and going to open the door for the 27. Can he make a move to the inside? As he looks down to the inside through 1 and 2. Can Cam Harris have enough traction to make a move? No, but he pulls up. Oh, he gets into the wall now off of turn number 2. Great battle up front here on lap 183 from Dover. Down into turns 3 and 4, side by side through the corner, almost as they work off of turn number 3. There's your front 2 cars. Not much between them. Throw a blanket over them. 0.2 of a second between first and second as they work through turns 1 and 2. Back on board the Harris Oriole machine down back into turn number 1. All this battle at the front's been going on. It's been opened up a gap about 2.5 seconds from second to third. Kenneth Peck holds on now in his number 16 spot in the third spot, and then Greg Barnett up to fourth. Michael Kurtz in fifth. Riley Hoots back. Lost a couple spots there on this run so far. He is running in sixth. Dave Lafano able to get past 2 cars up into seventh after getting back on the lead lap, and Charlie Dickey and James Nelson 8th and 9th respectively. So here's a look back at Kenneth Peck, the third place driver, running out of turn number 4 down the back straightaway. Great view into his cockpit. Right behind him, not far, you can see the Barnett 38, and then Riley Hoots in the 91. He's under attack from the 41 as they go side by side through turn number 4. Riley Hoots able to use the top of the momentum to get around the 41 as they head back down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Riley Hoots leads the way over Michael Kurtz, then Dave Lafano not far behind them, running in 7th. Back up front though, Larry Stubblefield continues to lead the way as we work around to completion of lap 188. 52 laps remaining. That's time across the line for that 82 car. Getting down to the nitty gritty. If Cam Harris has got anything left in those tires, again, keep in mind Cam Harris pitted at the last caution, which was lap 145 prior to the stage end, so he was able to, he put on his tires a little earlier, so he's going to have a little bit of extra laps on them under green. Like I mentioned earlier, he was able to go from 8th to 2nd on that last little bit of that run to get up into the 2nd spot before the stage break. Came down, took only fuel, and that put him on the lead, or in the lead for the restart, and then he led most of that segment until now. Just the 82 able to get by, but now the 82 is going to work. Definitely opened up a gap of about 7/10 of a second back from first to second that time as he continues to lead the way. There's the gap from first back to 5th. 6 seconds between first and 5th at this point, as some pit stops are starting to happen. James Nelson down pit road, probably to make his final stop of the event. Don't want to look too far ahead of us now, but looks like we're going to get into some lap traffic here potentially within the next handful of laps, as Michael Boone in 12th, running at the tail end of the field, halfway through turns 1 and 2, exiting turn 2 as the leader is just now rolling up out of turn 2. There you can see him in the distance, Michael Boone running in 12th. This time out of turn 4, we're going to come down to the line, complete at 193. As we work towards the final 40 laps of this event. Continues to be Larry Stubblefield over Cam Harris, and third place runner now Greg Barnett, able to get by the Ken Peck machine. So Harris, Barnett, Peck, and then Riley Hoots now holding on to 5th. Right there, as you see him on the entry turn 3, Dave Lafano has now been able to successfully navigate his way into the top 6 position, getting around Michael Kurtz there a few laps ago. Let's take a look here at the replay of Dave getting that pass done. This looks like lap traffic had a bit of play to it. 3 wide off of turn number 2. Dave kind of got hung up there behind him, but then the 28 powers ahead, and that opens the door for the 8 to follow him through. So there's the pass Dave used. As we are continuing to be green, Cam Harris is on pit road. Cam Harris is making his pit stops. The last pit stop of the race underway, the money stop they call it. Right now, as it stands for the 27, he rolls down pit road, but that leaves Larry Stubblefield on track. There he goes, down the front straightaway. He'll complete a lap and put Cam Harris now 1 lap down to him. But don't forget, the 82 still has to pit. A lot of these guys have to pit, so Stubblefield, Barnett, Pack, Larfano, Kurds, and Dickey are the top 6 now. All have not pitted. Curtis S. 1 lap down on pit road, and the 82 is pitting. So is Tyrone Yo. The 82 had to go around Tyrone, avoiding disaster in that one. So now the leader, he'll hit pit road, and this is an important fact. So 1 lap later was the pit stop for Larry, and that's it's important to remember that now these guys are going to do 4 tires of fuel to get them to the end of this race. But that's it's important to pit as soon as the other guy. Oh, Cam Harris is still in pit road. He must have got a black flag. Cam Harris got caught potentially speeding on pit road, and he is serving a penalty. So I'm sure he's not going to be very pleased with that, but he's down and away. That is going to pretty much, I would think, turn control of this one back permanently into Larry's hands. Obviously, not the time to get a pit stop. But what I was going to say and trying to explain was the importance of coming down as soon as that other competitor comes down. You do not want to give him laps out there on fresh tires while you're running laps on old, worn-out tires. Yeah, you may have an advantage at the end of the run, but it's going to be enough to put you behind him in the long run. And then you got to play catch-up, where if you pit either on the same lap, have the ability to pit on the same lap, or come in a lap later, it's going to put you in a far better spot and not have to chase them down over the last 40 laps of this one. But that's not a factor right now, because Cam Harris, unfortunately, like I mentioned, received some kind of penalty. He had the black flag there, as saw on pit road. He had a penalty. Kenneth Peck also has been hit with a penalty. I'm assuming speeding penalty also. Keep an eye on the time of pit stop. That'll give us an idea of how long the penalty is, will dictate what the penalty was for. So, Larry Stubblefield out on track, currently running in second. 1.5 laps behind race leader, or 1.25 laps, I'd say, behind race leader Charlie Dickey goes to the top of the scoring board again here, running this fuel run out the longest. See if he can catch a lucky yellow flag. Maybe that'll help get him ahead on pit strategy. But off of turn number 4, there's the Stubblefield. 82 in second. Now that puts Riley Hoots in the 3rd spot. Greg Barnett now dropped back 1 spot on that pit stop shuffle. He's now running in 4th. James Nelson up to 5th after his pit stop. He's gotten by both Mike Kurds, and Dave Larfano through that sequence of pit stops. And again, that is an example of pitting earlier than your competitors and doing laps with fresh tires compared to them doing old tires. So he's able to make up 2 spots with the undercut. But Charlie Dickey continues to lead the way here on lap number 204, as he is the leader at this point. But Larry Stubblefield right there behind him in that second blue and white car, the 82 Machine Night Owl. So's 82. He will look to be put back this time by. He will go back on the lead lap around that 37, and that he'll put him in the driver's spot. So when the 37 ends up pitting, that will put Larry Stubblefield to the top of the pylon, with Riley Hoots, Greg Barnett, James Nelson all behind him. So we'll keep an eye on Charlie Dickey here, see how long he continues to run this segment, this run out. We'll take a look here, look at him on the in-car, working that steering wheel, down turn 3 and 4. Putting in a yeoman's effort, and it looks like he continues on track. Not down pit road yet, so a few more laps and we should see Larry Dickey hit pit road. But now Riley Hoots going by him. That'll put Riley back on the lead lap. Whoa, that got a little dicey. Tyrone wanted to go low, Charlie wanted to go low, and they almost hit. But disaster avoided. That means the 37, the last car to pit, is headed down pit road. And we will now complete the pit stop cycle, which in turn will put the 82 of Larry Stubblefield, if he can successfully make it back around, back on top of the scoring leaderboard with only 33 laps to go this time across the line, as we work lap number 32. 207, sorry, lap 207 complete, 33 remaining as we, like I said, work towards the end of this one. As we are starting to get down to the end of this one for sure. So 32 laps to go that time across the line for our leaders. He works his way under the number 5, Michael Boone Motorsports machine. So he's got a 2.9 second lead over Riley Hoots, and everyone else is 1 lap down. So needless to say, the 82 has put a whooping on them today. Unfortunately, Cam Harris got that penalty on pit road. So did Kenneth Pack. That didn't help those guys. So they were definitely in it. Definitely Cam Harris was still in the thick of it there. Second place before the pit stops. Unfortunately, that issue on pit road costing him, putting him down 1 lap. He is the first car, or no, not the first car 1 lap down. He is 1 lap down at this point, but so is pretty much everyone else. So he's on the same lap as everyone else as we continue here. 210 laps complete. We've hit the 30 to go mark. And the gap between Riley Hoots in second to Larry Stubblefield is 2.8 seconds. We'll take a look here, a little further back. There's Riley Hoots, and the gap from first to second is about a quarter, or not a quarter. 1 corner is probably the distance there as they continue to work their way around the track. Through 1 and 2 we go. Got the Boone 5 right in front of Riley. Hopefully he shouldn't have any issues as Boone will get out of the way and let the 91 go on by when he gets up to him. .27 laps to go that time across the line for the 82 machine as he heads down the back straightaway. Still about 2.5 seconds between first and second. Definitely no need to really push it for the 82 at this point. Battle going on. We got these guys here battling it out for 3rd spot. We've got Nelson, Kurtz, Lafano, Barnett, all kind of here battling it out. So my mistake, these guys are still on the lead lap. I apologize for the confusion there. But these guys are still on the lead lap. Cam Harris there in 27 is 1 lap down. Looks to be the first driver 1 lap down. Everyone else is on the lead lap. So these are battles for position right here amongst these drivers. Charlie Dickey to the inside of Cam Harris there, a little further back. That is also for position and the lucky dog spot. So now Charlie Dickey up into the lucky dog spot. He gets a little sideways there. He wants to keep it going, but we'll keep an eye here on this battle between Michael Kirch, James Nelson, Dave Lafano as they go back and forth. Ooh, Nelson into the wall off of turn 4. Hard to the right to avoid him as the 8 and the 37. So that's going to cost Nelson a few spots. Running in the top 3 there. Drop back to 5th after that contact with the wall. So that moves Michael Kurtz into this top 3 now with Dave Rafano knocking on the door there in his Toyota running in 4th. So up front though, Larry Stubblefield continues to lead the way. 3.1 second lead over Riley Hoots at this point. So we'll keep our eye on this battle here, potentially for a final podium spot. We got the 8 of Lafano, the 41 of Kurtz, and the lap car of Charlie Dickey, who's obviously got the freshest tires as he was the last car to pit. He's going to make a move here potentially under the 8 of Lafano going down the front straightaway. Should have the speed he needs to do it, not quite yet. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this battle between the 41 and the 8 for, like I said, the podium position. The first two spots are pretty much locked up at this point with 20 laps to go. Stubblefield and Riley Hoots. Now Charlie Dickey giving Dave Lafano fits, not able to pass him in a quick manner. Now he's able to get by him, so that'll send the 37 up on the attack to the 41. But not much else going on battle-wise on the track. Like I said, Larry Stubblefield is up to a 4-second lead here at this point. So it's, all he has to do pretty much is hit his marks, obviously, and bring it home. Riley Hoos running in second, about almost 2 corners behind at this point, a straightaway behind. Here, we'll see if we can catch them in the same frame. Not quite yet. We'll go back up to Larry here. Works his way off a turn. Number 2 down the back straightaway. There's Larry, and then there's the difference back to Riley Hoots. And then way back, just coming through turns 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, is the Kurds machine. Dave Lafano knocking right there on his back door. So Dickey able to get by the 41 as they work through that turn 1 and 2. So now the 2 cars battling for third are nose to tail again off of turn number 3 down the back straightaway. So just like that, Dave Lafano moves himself into a podium position, makes that pass on Michael Kurds, now up into that position. Let's see that pass here for it. So drives it in deep on the bottom, able to make it stick through the apex there off of turn number 4, able to secure that spot and a spot on the podium. Now he's starting to pull a little, open up a little bit of a gap there between himself and the 41. Back up front, 14 laps to go. Larry Stubblefield continues to lead the way here in this one after his second place finish last week. Looking to go one step higher on the podium and get his 4th win of the season here tonight from Dover. So as Kurds continues to fall backwards, headed the wrong way, not literally, figuratively of course. James Nelson, about 4 seconds behind him. There's the gap between 4th and 5th there, about half a straightaway. But Michael Kurds continues to slow down a little. Probably ran a little hard on those tires, losing the oomph in them. So he's headed the wrong way, but still has a 4.3 second lead over 5th place. Now that move Garnett now battling with the 75 puts him back 1 more spot. Barnett back into the top 5 at this point over Nelson. So continues to good cushion there from 1st to 2nd is about 7 seconds. 2nd to 3rd is about 5 seconds. 3rd to 4th right now is about 2.8 seconds. And then 4th to 5th is about 4 seconds. And then Greg Barnett and the 75 are battling within probably 5-10 car lengths of each other. So that's the closest battle on the track. But we are under 10 laps to go here as we draw to the end of the Lobsta Claw 240. 240 miles around this high banked concrete oval for Larry Stubblefield. 8 to go that time across the line, as you can see there. 7-second lead over Riley Hoots, who last week didn't have the best result. Finished 20th after being taken out early in a couple accidents last week at Talladega. So looking to turn his luck around. A good podium finish should get the momentum headed back in the right direction. Same thing for Dave Lorfano. Finished ninth last week at Talladega after winning the opening 2 races of the season. Kind of went on a bit of a dry spell, not having the best results. Caught up in some other cars' messes. But again, turning it back around this week, back on the podium. Should be happy Dave potentially when we talk to him after this one. As we work towards the end of the 240-mile event here from Dover, down the back straightaway in front of the hotel and casino, into turn 3 and 4. 5 to go. Starter's got 5 digits in the air this time off of turn number 4. There it is. Turn number 1 as we head down into there. Couple cars right in front of Larry Stubblefield. The 26 of Chad Snyder is the next one to potentially go another lap down. He's just going to do his best to stay out of the way, and obviously Larry's not pushing too hard, I wouldn't imagine, with an 8.7 second lead at this point. 4 laps to go that time. Look back here at Riley Hoots as he continues to turn his bad luck around after last week's, like I said, 20th place finish. He will look to finish this one if all goes as planned in second, and then we go further back to Dave Lorfano in the Behind the Dave number 8 YouTube sponsored machine. But back up front this time out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 3 laps to go for the 82. He's got by Chad Snyder there while we were taking a look at the other top 3 representatives. Works down the back straightaway. No, sorry, through 3 and 4 this time. 2 laps to go from the starter. 2 to go this time across the line. Pretty much, just like I said earlier, just got to hit the marks, keep the car running, and coast it in from here. Not coast, but you know what I mean. Down the back straightaway a couple more times, and we'll have his 4th win of the season locked up in this one. White flag in the air for Larry Stubblefield as he makes his way through turns 1 and 2. Last time down the back straightaway here from Dover, Delaware. You're going to be a 4-time winner on the year for Larry Stubblefield as he has opened up a 9.5 second lead. This time off of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. And your winner from Dover, Larry Stubblefield. As we continue to wait. There he is. Riley Hoots out of turn number 4 will come across the line and finish second. And there's your 3rd place finisher, Dave Lorfano, just crossing the line now. But the winner tonight, picking up his 3rd win of the season out of, or 4th win out of 11 races, Larry Stubblefield. As we are going to take a quick second here, see if we can dial up some drivers and bring you some top 3 interviews from tonight's event. Starting with 3rd place finisher in his number 8 YouTube Behind the Dave machine, Dave Lorfano. We'll get him up here in the booth. Hey Dave, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey Dave, great run there. 3rd place tonight, getting past the 41 late in the run. Obviously, that's going to put an end to maybe a bit of an unlucky streak for you. Had some rough races after your first couple of wins. How's it feel to get back on the podium this week?
Yeah, man, it feels good. I mean, thought I was down and out there, going a lap down. Played it right, pitted before the yellow, got the wave around, and it all worked out. So, but yeah, third place feels really good after what I've been through the last few weeks. So, definitely take it.
All right, congratulations on that, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, that was 3rd place finisher Dave Lorfano. Now we'll go see if we can grab a winner with a word with the number 91 machine of Riley Hoots. Hey Riley, it's Nathan. You got a copy?
I sure do.
Riley, a big third place finish for you tonight. Pretty good, or sorry, second place finish for you tonight. Pretty good turnaround after a disappointing race last week at Talladega, involved in a few wrecks. So how's it feel to get on the podium here at Dover?
Oh man, this second place feels like a win. It has been one thing after another, it seemed like for me every week since Daytona when I finished second there. Man, it just feels so nice to have a race that was mostly mistake-free from start to finish and have good enough speed to end it here on the podium.
All right. Thanks a lot, Riley, and congrats again on the second place, and we'll hopefully talk to you again next week after the race.
Yeah, I'll see you next week, Nathan. Thanks for broadcasting for us.
No problem. So that was Riley Hoots, a runner-up tonight, and one more interview for tonight's winner in the 82, Larry Stubblefield. 1 second here, we'll get him dialed up. Hey Larry, it's Nathan. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Congrats on win number 4 this season after second place last week. Back on top here at Dover this week.
Thank you.
How's it? What's the trickiest part of this track? We saw some drivers having some difficulty on corner exit. Is that the hardest part to get around?
Oh yeah, it bit me there early. I think it was in stage 1. Got behind 2 cars side by side. It was just too much dirty air, and I hadn't been in that position. So it jumped out, and I caught it, but
Well, it didn't hurt you too much. Able to pick up the win here. Thanks again for joining us up in the booth, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Yep, thank you.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too.
That was your winner for the 4th time on the season tonight, Larry Dale, scoring that victory. So thanks to the top 3 for the interviews. We'll just pull up the final results here in 1 second. Let's see here. Results. There they are on the screen. So tonight, obviously the winner, Larry Stubblefield in his number 82 machine over Riley Hoots. 9.7 seconds off of the win there in second place. Then you have Dave Lorfano finishing up podium. So 2 guys who have had some tough luck as of recently. Riley Hoots and Dave Lorfano shake off the bad luck and get back on that podium. Michael Kurds, after a strong 3rd place last week, finishes tonight in 4th. Greg Barnett, after winning stage 1, comes home in 5th. James Nelson had a bit of a tough run there at the end, got into the wall, but able to hold on for 6th. And those are only cars on the lead lap at the end of this one. Charlie Dickey able to bring it home after a solid mid-race performance, propelled him into the top 10 by staying out a little bit longer on the original stage, was able to hold on to a top 10 position, finishing in 7th. Cam Harris had a little bit of bad luck there with a pit road speeding penalty from what I think I saw. Finishes 8th, 1 lap down. Curtis S., couple of incidents involved, on-track incidents tonight, put him a little behind the 8 ball right from the get-go, was involved in that early accident, but he's able to bounce back, finish in 9th. And a strong effort for the 1 car after missing last week. Tommy Osborne comes home in 10th. Kenneth Pack, another victim of the pit road speeding issues. He is 3 laps down in 11th. Dave Hara, not the normal Dave run we've seen. This is probably his first race where he probably hasn't been happy with the result after a 12th place finish tonight. Chad Snyder brings it home in 13th. Larry Garnes, Tyrone Yo, and Michael Boone, 14th, 15th, and 16th. 17th goes to Kelly Thomas. Last week's winner, unfortunate turn of events, is finishing in 18th. Travis Rodriguez tonight. Greg Robinson in his number 3 finishes 108 laps behind. And then Johnny May involved in the lap 6 caution with the 54. Unable to complete this one, only completing a handful of laps, finishing 238 laps behind. So that's the results. From tonight's event, we're going to pull up the schedule to let you know where we're headed next. So next week, this week we're at Dover. Next week we head to the Plains of Kansas for a afternoon affair from the Kansas Speedway, 150, no, be longer than that, from Kansas Speedway. Then we head off to Darlington, and then 3 weeks from tonight is the All-Star Race from North Wilkesboro. non-points event for the series as we look to make our way towards the end of the regular season here. This was race 11 tonight from Dover, so almost halfway through the 26 race regular season. I want to thank everyone again for joining us on the air tonight. My name is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday night, 8:20 Eastern Time, for race number 12 from Kansas, and hope to see you there.